Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my page. My page is about common sense, in which I talk about common sense all the time. But, of course, some people may disagree to agree, but I don't believe in that philosophy either. Just say you goddamn disagree, okay? You're mainly saying you agree to disagree, so you won't cause any arguments. Just say you damn disagree with me because my pathology is more correct than yours. That's all. But other than that, let's go on with the topic for today. Today's topic will be about Dr. Todd Grande. I love this man. I find him very fascinating with his monotone voice. I love it. I love when people make me go to sleep with their logic and artistic. You know, he's very creative. Creative in a way of articulating his words very clearly. And he's a doctor, so you can see the name says a doctor, right? But of course, let's get on with the topic for the day. And let's make something very clear, okay? I've already just made a video about, autism, okay? And also I made a video about how to forgive properly, okay? But of course, the definition of autism is a developmental disorder of variable severity that is characterized by difficulty in social interaction and communication and by restricted of repetitive patterns of thought and or behavior. This is the definition. Now, as I said before, everyone has some form of autism. Okay? Let's begin with the video and see what he says about Chris Rock and also Will Smith and that slap. I love the way he talks. I might not watch the whole thing because monotone people tend to make me go to sleep and they don't have any anticipation. There's a stiffness there. There's a form of autism there. You understand how that word works now, okay, right? And I can't really relate too much if you're trying to make me go to sleep. Okay, because I got personality and I'm animated. I guess you may call me, I have a form of autism too as well. Okay, so let's see who is more interesting. Me or him? I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. Let's begin the video. And also, as a matter of fact, this is copyright protected, so I have a right to... Yeah, when it's warmer, okay, baby? When it's warmer, I have a right to play this video for commentary and educational purposes. So please, don't do that. And plus, I'm going to put his video in my description, so I'm not trying to make any money off of this. I'm not doing this for any profit here. But let's begin the video. Let's begin.
Oh, this is Dr. Grande. Today's question is, can I analyze the case of Will Smith and Chris Rock at the 94th Academy Awards? Just a reminder, I'm not diagnosing anybody in this video, only speculating about what could be happening.
Yeah, but he's not trying to speculate what diagnosis he's giving. So I'm going to say it right now. I diagnosed this man with monotone autism. Okay, all right, I'm a diagnosis. You can speculate and say, I believe most of his life was like this, okay? So I'm not ripping on him. I'm just saying, that form of tone causes people not to pay attention, okay? And they'll pay attention more to me, though, because I'm animated. But even though, we're going to continue on here. I'm not trying to take nothing, gain nothing from this. Everyone has some form. My point is that everyone has some form of autism with them. But let's see what he says about Will Smith and Chris Rock. Okay, all right?
In a situation like this, if you enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and consider supporting me on Patreon.
Yep.
I will put the link to Patreon in the description for this video. First, I'll look at the background of this case. I'll move to the timeline of the incident, then offer my analysis.
Okay.
Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith are both actors. They married on New Year's Eve in 1997.
Okay.
Sometime around August 2015, Jada had what she referred to as an entanglement with a musician. Many understood this to be an affair. Jada was separated from Will Smith at the time.
Wait.
In July of 2020, Will appeared on Jada's Facebook watch show,
Yes.
Red Table Talk, where the two discussed the affair and their relationship. From that conversation, it appears as though the relationship failed and they tried to rebuild it. Jada felt constricted and wanted more freedom.
Got it.
Will stated the relationship with Jada was the most grueling and excruciating thing they had ever taken on in their lives, but they were not quitters. My impression from that conversation was that Jada and Will had an immature, deterministic, fatalistic, melancholy, and unrealistic view of marriage.
I agree.
Moving to the next relevant background item, in 2018, Jada started talking about her hair loss. She has a condition called alopecia, which is an autoimmune disorder that causes hair loss. This condition cannot be cured, but the symptoms can be treated. It appears as though Jada has embraced the condition by shaving her head. This takes me to the timeline of the incident. On March 27, 2022, during the 94th Academy Awards, 57-year-old comedian Chris Rock walked on stage to present the Best Documentary Award. As he was telling jokes, he called out to 50-year-old Jada Pinkett Smith, who was sitting in the audience along with her 53-year-old husband, Will Smith. Chris Rock said that he loved her, and he couldn't wait to see her in G.I. Jane 2. This was a reference to the fact that Jada had shaved her head. It's unclear if Chris Rock knew about Jada's medical condition. Right after Chris told this joke, Will Smith can be seen laughing, but Jada did not appear to be amused. Chris Rock attempted to continue with his speech, but then he noticed that Will Smith was walking onto the stage. This apparently was not planned. Chris said, "Uh-oh," as he stood with his hands behind his back, watching Will Smith approach him. When Will Smith reached Chris Rock, Will used his right hand to slap Chris across the left side of his head. Will Smith then returned to his seat. Chris responded by saying, "Wow, wow, Will Smith just smacked the blank out of me." From his seat, Will Smith said, "Keep my wife's name out your blank mouth." Chris then said to Will Smith, "Wow, dude, it was a G.I. Jane joke." Will Smith repeats his statement about refraining to use his wife's name. Chris responded, "I am going to, okay?" Before going on to say that this was the greatest night in the history of television. Moments later, Will Smith won his first ever Academy Award for his performance in King Richard. Amazingly, Will Smith was still in the audience. Nobody removed him from the area.
That is strange, though. That is strange. I say, because usually if a person is assaulted, you know, I was told through the grapevine that he was told to leave, but he refused to leave. He didn't leave when he was told to leave. So they didn't escort him off. But other than that, guys, you should never put your hands on anybody, no matter what they say. What happened to the Italian mafia is because of this reason, because they be killing people because of hearsay and offensive words. And when you got offensive words running around, you shouldn't kill people. Italians did this shit, and so they got wiped out. Okay? Other than that, you're going to have to refrain from attacking people because of your emotions. You can say whatever you want. You can be the KKK all you want and shit. Just take off your mask. Just take off your mask if you're not a coward. And that's probably what I gotta say about that. Y'all should refrain. Y'all pussies gotta refrain from attacking people because you can't attack back. That's a psychological dysfunction right there. You sure you know about sticks and stones may break my bones, but names may never hurt me. Y'all should have learned that. That's a magic spell, because if you really want to trigger someone to get them in trouble, just start talking. Just start talking. Yes, baby, what is it? I'm doing a video. What is it?
I'm done with my homework.
Are you done with your homework? Are you sure about that? Okay, put it up. Did you check your application? Did you check your application to make sure you ain't got nothing on there? Alright? Alright. But anyway, let's continue on, because I'm not going to watch the whole thing, because he's very monotone, and to me, it's not exciting to watch monotone or listen to monotone individuals, but I love his knowledge, okay?
Even though he had just physically attacked somebody, Will Smith proceeded to accept his award and give his acceptance speech. I will paraphrase it here. The character he played in the movie King Richard, Richard Williams, was a fearless defender of his family. Will Smith was overwhelmed by what God is calling him to do and to be in this world. He was able to protect the actresses who were in the movie with him. He's been called to love and protect people. Will then suggested that in the movie business, a person must become accustomed to being mistreated and disrespected, He has
Common
to
knowledge.
smile and pretend it's okay.
Yeah.
Will then talked about how Denzel Washington talked to him a few minutes earlier, saying, "At your highest moment, be careful. That's when the devil comes for
Devil
you."
doesn't exist, right?
Come here, check this out. Check this out, check this out. This right here, this cannot
No,
be
don't
faked.
fall
Comes
for
for
it.
you. Will continued by saying that he wants to be a vessel and ambassador for love. He apologized to the Academy and his fellow nominees, but made no mention of Chris Rock. Will said that he was not crying because he won an award. Rather, it's about being able to shine a light.
Yeah, Will Smith was crying because he was guilty with all that abuse he was going through. He felt guilty about being with a woman such as a whore as herself, okay? So, other than that, he's probably a whore too, you know? You never know what with Will's... Nobody really talks about how many women that Will Smith slept with. That's what... But I know how many women, guys, Jada slept with. Because I don't believe in open marriages. I believe there should be an agreement pact that you should keep your property to yourself. Keep your business out of the motherfucking media, unless you can do shit like me, with backup, with power behind what's going on in the background. There's spirits and shit going on with me, so I ain't gotta worry about that shit. But you guys, keep your shit out of the fucking business. Keep your shit out of the media, okay? Because if you break the law, you're gonna get in trouble. You defame someone's character, you're gonna get in trouble. But of course, he was told to leave, but he didn't leave. That's what I was told on the media, but I'm not gonna get too far into that. But understand this. Never put your hands on people. Don't put your hands on people because you guys, your feelings, your salty feelings hurt. If someone says your mama, say your daddy, okay? Say your dead mother, okay? But that's below the belt there, right there, okay? But so other than that, you should understand not to do that. But let's continue.
On all people. He suggested that art imitates life. He looked like the crazy father.
Yeah, he was, for me, when I saw Will Smith, like weeping, I felt that was a form of his guilt of smacking Chris and the combination of the pain and suffering he endured with his Jezebel wife. And then on top of that, he could have put that energy into the guys that she was fucking, okay? And I'm pretty sure that he smacked Chris because he was shorter and smaller, because if it was Dwayne Rock or any wrestler, he would never did that shit. And they never did that shit because he would get pummeled to death. But now everybody's taking repercussions now, not to let that happen again. Prevention measures. And now Will Smith is in trouble because everybody is trying to get something done because that's wrong. Even though Chris Rock said, "Oh, I'm not following charges like a pussy," because I would have got 20 million, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 billion. I would have deflected it and I would have got money. At least. But if you check out Chris Rock's history, now you understand why he didn't fight. Because he was picked on. He was bullied on. Something clicked in his head. That humoristic charm that he has made him stronger. Because I was reading his psychological profile in the past of how he had to overcome his demons because of how he was being picked on. You can find it on the YouTube if you look clearly, though. But Chris Rock is a very strong individual. He got abused a lot. Okay, a lot of certain people go through such dramatic experiences, just like Will Smith. He went through some drama, but he's an abused man. He's a damaged man. But still, you can't be attacking people. You can't be doing that. Let's continue on with this. I might not watch the whole video. It's interesting, but I never watched entirely of the video. I skip to the forward, the middle, and to the end, and I try to see what his points is about. And I keep my shit down to 10 minutes because I don't want to make you go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I know people, they like to laugh. But I know there's people out there who watch my videos. That's why my videos are always up. Because people love my content. And I don't care about most of the majority of masses because I just don't care. Okay. But other than that, let's continue on with the video until I stop it at the 6-minute mark.
And love will make you do crazy things.
Yeah.
He concluded by thanking the audience and said, hoping the Academy invites me back. Will Smith received a standing ovation.
He didn't even do no formal apologies in person to Chris Rock. He didn't. He just wrote it down. I saw he wrote. But still, that's not cool, man. You got to give something more than just words because, like I tell my ex-wife all the time, if you do something wrong, you got to make up for it. Either the justice system going to get you or something else going to get you karma. Because if you start getting sick, because 9 times out of 10... Yeah, I'm going to make your bubbles right now, okay? I'm going to make your bubbles right now.
I'm going to play outside.
You want to play outside? They're outside. I'm going to pick you outside, okay? This thing right here is pretty interesting, though. Y'all should see this thing. This thing blows. I'm going to show you what it does. I'm gonna do a review on it just after this video. But other than that, I'm going to stop it there because I'm not going to try to get this struck down. If it does get struck down, I'll put it on Rumble. So whatever gets struck down off the YouTube will be put in my motherfucking Rumble. And it will be put in my fucking MeWe or my Getter and my motherfucking Signal. You know how to follow me. You know how to find me. You know my credentials. And you know everything I'm saying is correct. So anyway, lesson learned that this guy, Dr. Todd Grande, I diagnosed him with the possible ability to be a monotone autistic, okay? All right, because sometimes when I see little children grow up, they get really boring, okay? And they like education. And this particular type of people out there who just have a dull life, but they'll focus too much on education. And that's good. That's actually a good thing, but it is a form of autism. Okay, yeah, it is a form of autism to be having a form of Asperger's / you know, your little mixture in there when you're a nerd or a geek, okay? I never wanted, I was called the nerd and the geek, but I realized that I'm not that clumsy. I didn't wear the same clothes that the other geeks and nerds wore. I was like, it's just my glasses. And sometimes I'll sound white. And then people be like, oh, I sound intelligent, so they call me white. That's a form of autism right there. People make judgment calls. They constantly do that. Most people have autism. They're biased and they go through their emotions. They don't do no research, but that's okay. That's okay. Everybody got some form of spectrum of autism. It's okay. It's a pattern. But as I said before, I've made myself clear from the beginning. And I got to go outside and I'll give you a review of this right here because my videos are very dynamic. I don't get rid of the monotone boredom, okay? Other than that, I love your channel, Dr. Todd Grande. And if I said something crazy, you know, comment down below, okay? Other than that, peace, because I'm not your average man, and not your Peter man. I'm going outside. It's too warm now. It's about 60 to 70 degrees. Peace. I'm hyper autistic. I'm hyper autistic. I'm animated autistic. I'm off the chain autistic. Peace.